No, position on defense.
Oh, on defense. I'm an idiot. Of course I'm going to say rusher.
And then tell me why.
But it depends. I mean, it really depends on the situation. If you're playing Kevin Wyeth, rusher doesn't mean anything.
Unless your defense behind you is holding it down.
It's really hard to hold it down against Kevin Wyeth.
It's hard to hold it down against his receivers.
His receivers, too.
It's a combination of many things. So what do you think the most important thing is?
Yes, okay, but it's hard to stop ONS, and they don't have the same receivers.
It is not that hard to stop ONS. It's just nobody in Division 2 knows how to stop Kevin Wyeth.
Nobody in Division 1 either, clearly.
Okay, Division 1, yeah, they're stacked up on offense. But in Division 2, they're not stacked up on offense. So you can play around that. If you have 2 or 3 decent DBs, you can stop ONS. I'm not going to... Kevin, I love you, but you know you can be stopped.
He beat us with one arm.
He can beat anybody in Division 1 with one arm. Look at the team he has around him.
I know.
Everybody would love to line up alongside Kevin.
The fact that the D-boys are the DK.
If you were asked to play for Kevin Wyeth, for Montreal's Finest next year,
that happened already.
would you? Say you wouldn't?
No. D-boys.
D-boys all the way?
All the way. Born and bred. Born and bred.
Get a tattoo. Get somebody to tattoo his ass right now.
Tattoo
Okay,
now.
did you answer my question yet or what? Most valuable position on defense?
Not playing Kevin Wyeth, rusher.
Playing Kevin Wyeth?
I'll say center. The middle line.
Number 3?
Number 3.
Perfect. Your turn.
Not my turn.
No, it's not my turn.
Okay, what's higher? Kevin Wyeth's QB rating or Eagles IQ? And I already know his IQ, so.
What's his IQ?
I'm not telling you.
How do you know his IQ?
We talked.
I go with Eagles IQ.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, you nailed it.
And what's his
He's a
QB?
genius.
What's his QB's? What's his QB rate? 124?
127.
127? All right, yeah.
He said if he actually did the real test, it might be around that range, but he said he was in the 140s, which is 2.3% of the population. Anyway, it's not even the point.
That's fine.
He's a freak. But not your kind
He's
of
a freak.
He's a freak. I love it.
Okay. High five, Eagle.
Yeah.
What is the common denominator
I didn't
with
go to school.
what is the common denominator? So
What do they have
the
in common?
the common factor with all teams failing and falling short against Montreal's Finest. So what are they all missing? What do you think the missing link is for anybody to beat Finest?
A consistent aggressive D. I feel like every drive, they're not being as aggressive. It's either they get a stop and then they slow down.
Okay, they get comfortable, slow
They
down.
get comfortable and slow down, or they don't get aggressive at all.
Okay,
Or they do once
so
they're
you're
down.
you're saying aggression.
It's aggression and the fact that they only start getting aggressive once they're down. You have to keep up with them the entire game to have a chance.
Perfect. I like that. There's D-boys plan, boys.
It doesn't even matter.
Just kidding. We're gonna take
Our
D-boys.
plan is
We're gonna take them out of the
Jamal
playoffs.
and Theo.
Jamal and Theo.
Jamal and Theo. Okay, if you had to choose your rusher,
Yeah.
not one of your teammates, and not the obvious choice, who would you pick?
In Division 1?
Doesn't matter.
Division 1 or 2?
Or 2. And not one of your teammates. So
Not one of my
Aridi and
teammates. So
Kola
it
don't
can't
count.
be Cola, it can't be Aridi, it can't be you. I like Mike Harrington. I like
Because
Mike.
he's psychotic when he makes a sack? What?
Not because he's psychotic when he makes a sack, because of how intense he is playing football.
But what about Guillaume Ward?
What about Gilmore?
He's just as fast.
It's the same thing without the intensity. Kevin,
So you want the intensity. You're all about the intensity.
I'm all about intensity. What do you want?
We have a tweet in from Brent Calendar.
We have a tweet in from Brent Calendar saying, Matt, of all the Division 2 teams playing this weekend, which one is least prepared? Wow, this is... Okay, Matt, of all Division 2 teams playing this weekend, which one is the least prepared?
Buffalo.
I can't even see. And then question mark, Vince, make a case for Rainmakers getting to the finals. What case do you want me to make? They got to win 2
That's
games.
my question first of all.
Okay, go.
Least prepared this weekend? I'm going to say... I'm going to go with Shaka-Loins.
Shackleboy's being the least prepared?
Least prepared, I think.
Why, you have an insight on
No.
how prepared they are?
That's because I don't know them.
Okay, all right.
I'm assuming they don't.
And you want me to make a case for the Rainmakers? Well, they're gonna beat Demons, no problems. And then they gotta beat Flag One Sack. Flag One Sack
And
is
they have beat them twice.
they beat him twice. Why don't I know that? They beat him twice.
Because you're new. Oh, no, I'm new. That's okay.
I'm not gonna make a case for them. Rainmakers
And
are not gonna make it to
AAB.
the finals. I got Flagmore Stag going to the finals. I'm sorry, Brent.
Well, I'm gonna go to my.
Thank you for the question. Come again. Go to your question.
Yeah.
It's my
It
turn?
wasn't my action. Yeah, it's
Oh no, it's my question. Oh, now we're going off the chart here. Your go-to alcoholic beverage.
gin.
Gin and?
Gin.
Gin and gin? Gin on gin.
Gin.
Is there
on
any
gin
ice?
On ice on cucumber. How about that?
Gin and cucumber. Stop it. Tell Jamie's fired. I'm just kidding, Jim.
You're not fired.
You're not fired. I'm fired. Okay, moving on. Your turn.
Do you buy your football gloves at Baby Gap?
I love this question. You know what's funny about this? We did this hand we did this hand thing where we just matched up, and you got what, like 1/8 of an inch on me? I got.
You would
I
know
do
if
have
anything
baby hands, but these hands, they do whatever I want them to do. They do it all.
That's weird.
I love these hands. I love these hands. I
that's-
wouldn't
that's-
trade these hands for like a 6-inch finger. I wouldn't trade it in. And you got the same
Shiny
size.
fingers?
Sean, see, I wouldn't want
Shiny
Sean's hands.
fingers.
Something's wrong with Sean's hands. Sean's hands are not working very well. Mine are doing quite fine. I'm good with my hands.
cases to say that yours don't work that well either. But
Like what? Because I tipped the ball from Marco Mastiotto and
perfect
cost him his
season.
his
Yes.
only INT?
Yep.
Fuck. My bad. Sorry. Just swore. Hey, guys, take it easy.
Censor.
I do not buy them from the Baby Gap. I buy them from Dick's Sporting Goods in the States.
Yeah.
It's the only place they make the gloves that fit my hands. They obviously don't make gloves. Okay. Give me your finals prediction for Division 1 and 2.
D-Boys Flagmon Sack, obviously, and Clockwork Legends. I'll give it to Legends. I think they'll go,
I like that. Your turn.
only because you're here.
Fine.
All right. If you were a quarterback in D2,
Mm-hmm.
playing against a team with the best DB, who would it be? Who would you not throw near? Like a Teddy Fournette kind of thing. Who would you not throw near in Division 2
In Division 2?
this year?
In Division 2 this year. Best DB. Best DB.
Doesn't have to be necessarily on stats either.
Is it a guy that doesn't play an A?
But there's no answer
I would stay away. Is Theo suspended?
for Div 2. Yeah.
I would stay away from Jamal Giddens.
Good choice.
Yeah, I would stay
Very
away.
good choice.
And Bebo.
Bebo.
Samuel Bebo.
yeah. Yeah, I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
I stay away from Samuel Bebo
Yeah,
as well.
I agree with that.
Chris Payne Snow.
I asked for one.
Well, guys, I would stay away from. I mean, if I'm playing a full 10-week schedule, I'm prepped for all 10 games. Stay ahead of the...
No. Okay, now you're being GM, like, full force.
Sorry.
Go.
Last question.
Yeah.
Keeping in mind I'm making a story with these things.
Yeah. I was hoping.
Let's say you're going on that same camping trip as GM. He's packing a sleeping bag. First thing off the top of his mind. What's the first thing you would pack?
Beer.
A sleeping bag. You would pack beer?
Yeah.
What kind of beer? Heineken, Stella's.
What's your choice? I drink everything. I'll drink
Heineken.
Pabst if I have to.
Yeah, it's Heineken.
Exactly.
Heineken.
Heine?
Stella.
Go
The
for
rich get rich.
Colt
Colt
45. Eagle, your IQ just went down.
Tuesday.
You just burnt like 3. Oh, God.
They're the best.
Not a big deal. Colt 45 and 2
And a
zigzags.
brown paper bag?
So you packing the whole thing? Colt 45 and 2 zigzags?
No. There's just a song. Have you listened to music before?
Of course I listen to music. I just sang it to you. Are you kidding me?
I sang it actually.
I sang it better. Still good.
Okay. Last question.
Eagles
Mokan the dog.
cracking up. He's pissing himself.
Mokan the dog or Mokan the human?
Mokan the dog's amazing.
Thank God. I was gonna say if you picked the human, I was losing.
Guys, check out Twitter.
You know how I feel
we
about
got a
Mokan.
picture of this. Mokan the dog is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for the questions. That wraps it up.
Yeah.
All right. So stay tuned, everybody. We got the awards coming up. We got a couple playoff things we're going to talk about, although you already did it last week with Jem. I'm going to give my opinion, and we're going to go over and underachievers. So stay tuned. Coming back after the break.
Calling the Audible has been brought to you by the English Montreal School Board's DEAL program. Distance education for all learners will allow you to obtain your high school diploma or prerequisites for CEGEP or vocational studies from the comfort of your own home. It's never too late to go back to school. Learn anywhere at your own pace and get your diploma. Call 514-788-5937 for information or visit www.distanted.ca for more details.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned in. I'm supposed to plug my Twitter here. I don't even know what it is. At Vince Nardone. Hey! At Matty Kirouac. Hey! And we are live in www.theunclemikeshow.com. Coast to coast. Studio. Hey, there you go. Hey! Wow, that's done. Thank God. Anything else? If you want, if you want your tweets to get on this show, tweet them up at Eagle FPF. That's it. I'm done. Whew. I've been sweating this whole break for that reason. Okay, over and underachievers for. Let's start with Division 1. Who is your overachiever of Division 1?
Your team.
My team is your overachiever?
Yeah, I didn't think Roger was going to do this.
We went 5-5.
Yeah, it's still lower than I thought.
I like that. I had us going 4-6 in my preseason prediction. And it's my team. I mean, that was like a.
That's horrible.
Nah, it's not horrible. I was pretty close, right? Could have said 5-5, 6-4.
I'm not going to say my team and everybody else. I mean,
it is what it is. All right.
I mean, there's 8 teams.
So you got DK as the overachiever in Division 1?
Yeah.
Perfect. Who is your overachiever in Division 2? Speaking of Mokan.
Mokan's in the house.
Mokan's in the house. Get him on camera. Get him in that shot.
Mokan's here, people. Hey, guys.
Hey, there it is. There it is. The man himself, the man, the legend. Oh, take it easy, big boy. So, overachiever Division 2.
I'm going to say Cold Fusion.
Why?
Justin Lavallee, didn't expect him to do this well.
Mm-hmm.
They have 350 guys on their roster. There's no chemistry.
Okay.
I don't know. I just figured they'd lose more than one.
So, you're the one who told me that Nigel's now gone, right?
Yeah. From what I heard. This is what I heard. He's gone to Alberta.
So, he won't be here for the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, you say.
I'm mumbling it because I don't know.
Okay. All right.
Speculation.
It is what it is. Underachiever Division 1.
Demons?
Based on the hype?
No. Based on who's on the team. You got years beyond years of experience. They should know how to beat teams.
Okay.
Carmen Throwing, Robbie Robinson, Paul LaPierre, Sean Kennedy. I mean,
Vinny Galano.
You got tools to beat top tier teams. Yeah, okay. Unfortunate that they've lost a couple games, last couple plays.
They lost 6 on 5.
Okay. Get off of that for a second. It's been close. They just can't finish games.
So you think their season basically sums up by being unable to finish up?
You've
Close
been
up
in the league
games?
since 2000, since it started, and you can't finish a game. Come on.
You just haven't figured it out.
You got to figure it out.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. It must suck for some of those guys who don't say anything, who don't speak up, to be on that team thinking before the season began, being asked, do you want to play with us? And being told who's on that team, be like, wow, sounds like a pretty solid team.
You said the hype in your first couple articles saying that.
The hype was on. I mean, everybody's like talking about this team who's going to dethrone Finest. These guys are lucky to be in the playoffs.
3-7?
3-7. They made the playoffs 3-7. Luckily for them, there's no more teams in the season.
They have the tools. They have the tools.
Yeah, fine. They have tools.
What it was a late Theo pick that put us ahead to the point where they couldn't come back.
I mean, I can pick up a toolbox full of really good tools. If I don't know how to use them, I'm not gonna build you anything, right?
No.
Moving on. Underachiever Division 2.
Division 2? Because I don't want to play them. I don't know. Mr. Shaw went 4-6.
They did. You told me before you didn't think they should have made the playoffs.
I don't want to play them. They're big. They're strong. We don't have Theo. We have Jamal.
You don't have Theo for playoffs?
Nope.
Why?
That's a whole nother can of worms. When he got suspended, he only had 5 games played.
Oh, this is for Div 2.
Yeah.
Right.
You said Div 2.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
No, Div 1 he's eligible. He had
Yeah.
6 games.
Yeah.
Div 2 he had 5. So
So you got Jamal.
got Jamal.
You got Rich Humes.
Yeah, like I said last week with GM, it's a completely. We played them week 1. Marco's hand was hurting. We didn't have chemistry on defense. Didn't have chemistry on offense. It was just kind of okay. Let's go. But I think
To be honest,
they could have went better than.
To be honest,
4-6.
Like I said it, I don't know who I was speaking to at the time. Whoever was going to get that matchup against Les Messieurs Shaw, if they squeezed into the playoff, was the worst matchup ever.
They're going 4-6.
They are not a team who should be 4-6.
No,
They
Well-
are not a team who should be 4-6.
Hence the underachiever.
So best of luck to you, my friend. Moving on up, we can go right into this newer segment, I guess we got going on here. What can we call this?
Call it what you want.
Ego, you call it. Give it a name.
Never leave a man behind.
Never leave a man behind. That was my idea. He took full credit for that. That was what I called it. Never leave a man behind. So we're gonna go with. I'm gonna ask you a question. Never leave a man behind. A good player trapped in the shadows. So a good player trapped in the shadows, meaning a good player who's stuck on a really bad team.
Kenton Lowe.
Kenton Lowe, usual suspects.
Usual suspects.
Great player, shitty team.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Couldn't. I mean, that's
Yeah.
a great answer.
You?
Kenton Lowe. Me, Alex Ovington. Great player.
Alex.
Alex. He's not
Alex.
Jewish. Alex Ovington. Commission. Zan Simmons. This man cannot get you the ball if his life depended on it.
Yeah.
I
agree.
don't want to be rude. I love Zan. He's a great guy. He should not be a quarterback. He's a better receiver than he is a quarterback. He gave it a shot. Division B, Division 2. Tough division to just...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to start throwing the ball. Maybe you should have started somewhere else. Alex Ovington's my answer. Next, a really good player who won't be joining us in the playoffs. This is for...
You took the answer right out of my mouth before. So, me and Eagle figured out. Eagle and I figured out.
Yeah, of course Eagle figured it
Yeah,
out.
of course he did. Corey Greenway.
Corey Greenway. That wasn't what we talked about before.
Yeah, you don't listen.
Good answer. Good answer. Corey
I found
Greenway.
it out. He researched it. It was, yeah.
Yeah, Terror Squad didn't make the playoffs. Corey Greenway, he doesn't play on any Division 2 team who made the
I
playoffs
was going to
either.
say Padron, but I'm playing him.
He played one game with LMC.
He played one game. Yeah, he did.
He's
He
not
did.
playoff
He did.
eligible. It's a right answer.
Right, exactly.
Thank you.
All right. My answer being SCC. I mean,
Cheat codes.
cheat codes.
Cheat codes.
I just hacked it. Control
He's
F.
too busy winning Grey Cups.
Exactly. I mean, he had a couple catches in that game. It doesn't matter. Moving on. A really good player who you would steal from any team and add to your roster. Any team.
I'm going to steal
D-Boys
him back
or Clockwork.
from a team and
Yeah.
get him back on our team because he played for Clockwork is Jordan McLaren.
Jordan McLaren. So you're stealing
He's
him
not
from
sleeping.
Cold Fusion.
Yeah.
So you're okay that he shows up a minute, 2 minutes
What,
late?
He didn't show up last week.
Ah, well.
For D-Boys.
No, he did show up.
No, D-Boys.
He didn't show up with D-Boys?
And we called him later and said, oh, man, I was sleeping.
Well, you got to get your sleep, right?
And then he showed up in playoffs in the spring. He was napping. He showed up at halftime.
You got to get your sleep. The man loves his sleep.
This guy could be the best.
Always
best,
said
and
that.
He just sleeps.
Always said that. He needs his sleep. I mean, like, there's
Poor Jordan.
football, there's sleep. You got to get your sleep.
Yeah.
If he's not
Whatever,
rested,
man.
he's not doing
Just show up,
those
Jordan,
picks.
man. Come on.
My pick would have been, I'm stealing Jamal Giddens.
You're not touching Jamal Giddens.
I'm stealing him from Clockwork.
Nah.
And I'm putting him on my Legends team.
No, you're not.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would take him and I would steal him.
We'll take him out.
You would take him out?
I can't.
You
He
cannot
jumps
take him out.
So high.
He's a stud. That's who I'm stealing, Jamal Giddens. A really good player from Division 2 you would want to see in Division 1.
I already know your pick because I read your stuff. So
Stop reading my stuff.
I'm gonna take from the same team and take Chris Robertson just because.
Chris, my boy.
Just because. I mean, he's playing with FFF, but
Playing with FFF.
I think he can do some damage in Division 1.
He can do damage anywhere. He's going to do damage in CFL.
Yeah.
I've never seen a man return a punt the way he returns a punt in real football. This man just turns it up a notch.
I haven't seen it, but
Like a Tesla. Have you ever seen the electric car, the new one they got?
yeah.
It's got the same speed as like a Lambo almost. He goes from 1 to 2 and kicks it into third gear like it's nobody's business. And
I'll
once
check it out.
and once he's running, YouTube it. When he's running in open field and he looks back, man, you're not catching up to this man. He's a freak.
I'll check it out.
And it's unfortunate that he hurt his knee and he is where he is now, but he's almost. I mean he's back. I don't know if he's 100% back, but
I mean, I've watched FFF. Doesn't do much, but I mean, you can see
Oh,
the potential there.
but a good DB is never noticed
No,
because he just shuts it down.
I'll let Teddy Fournette.
Teddy Fournette.
Exactement. He against my own team last week. He opened up. He collisioned a route on a fade, and he rode him all the way. Like he just rode him softly to the out of bounds. Right. He just like a perfect defensive play. And then it was Corey's brother Pecker. He fell. He just tripped up. He fell, and everybody's like, "Oh my god! Oh my god!" I'm thinking like, I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. That's a perfect defensive play.
Yeah.
That's amazing. The ref's just looking at her like, what do you want me
Well,
to
I
call?
mean, CFL, you would assume that he could, but I'm going to check out the videos.
Check him out. My answer being Adam Bailey.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. I read your stuff.
Adam Bailey is who I would like to see in Division 1. So, now we're done. Coming up to the moment everybody's been waiting, been patiently waiting. It's been a long show, but you've all been sticking around for this only reason. The awards. The awards. We're going to kick it off with Division 1. I don't know if you're going to cue them up as I speak or you're going to cue them up
Pretty sure
prior
right
to
there.
me. So, for Division 1, Quarterback of the Year award. I mean...
Okay.
Come on. We're going to name the award after him. Kevin Wyeth, Montreal's finest. We got 60 touchdowns, 6 INTs, 2,302 yards, 73.1% completion rate. I mean, that's freakish.
I'm not impressed. 6 interceptions. Kevin.
127 QB rating. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. And it's not like he had an easy schedule. He had one of the toughest schedules. And they
And he had
always
one
do.
arm.
And they always do. And he played a couple games with one arm. Get off my back. Go on. Call the second one.
Receiver of the year. My man. Patrice. Jerome.
Patrice!
Terror squad with 53 receptions, 623 yards, and 19 TDs. Just domination.
Domination on a team that's irrelevant in the league. Not a big deal. The man,
Jeez.
the man sticks out. He's a stud. Put him on any team. I mean, he's not doing much for Les Messieurs Shot, but he should be doing a lot more. Next up, Defensive Player of the Year. The one that was the toughest decision for anybody who was making this choice. I mean, you guys saw my article. If you haven't read it,
Read it.
if you haven't, read it.
Oh.
Thanks, Mr. IQ. Division 1 Defensive Player of the Year. Number 5 for DK. Adi Sharma. We got ourselves 42 tackles, 4 INTs, and 4 passes defended.
Congrats, Eddie.
Well done, my friend. Well done. Well deserved. Well deserved.
Well deserved.
Two-way Player of the Year.
Marco gave it to him last week.
Marco did give it. No, he didn't give it to him. This man earned it.
Whatever. We stood up and said, you just gave him two-way player of the year. Alex Nadeau Hughes.
Freak.
48 TDs, 4 interceptions, 1,811 yards.
Throwing.
That's throwing.
You don't have his rushing yards in there.
41 tackles, 5 interceptions, 8 PDs. 4 of those picks were for 6.
Yep.
And rushing yards, TDs.
He's got like
A
350,
lot.
355 touchdowns.
You deserve it.
Yeah. Division 2. Moving on to Division 2. We got Quarterback of the Year. Another one that I got wrong. In my article, I got this one wrong. We got Francois Lebeau for the Glads. 51 touchdowns, 3 INTs, 1,770 yards, 66.7 passing completion, 120.7 QB rating. Well done, my friend. Well deserved.
Well done.
You're a good player among many other really great quarterbacks in Division 2. You deserve this one. Good for you. Well done. Good season. Go again? You don't want me to go this one? Receiver of the Year here, Division 2. We got my man, my pick, number 22, Chris Paisano, ONS, a man from Chateauguay who drives off to the no man land every game. We got 46 receptions, 562 yards, and 15 touchdowns, making Kevin
Congrats.
Weiss look good day in, day out.
Really? That's what you're... Okay.
No, obviously Kevin looks good on his own. just lying.
He's probably sleeping, but defensive player of the year, Jordan McLaren. He was at 18 tackles, 8 picks, 6 of them PDs, 6 PDs too. Dominant.
See? That's what I'm
best.
saying. Doesn't matter if he's sleeping or not sleeping. This man shows up.
Halftime he gets picked. Doesn't even matter.
And he missed a couple of games in Division
raise
2.
my hands now because I can see it on the
You
board.
just saw it. I don't even want you to start gloating. I don't want you to start
I have a
talking.
speech prepared,
I don't
man.
care if you have a speech. You shouldn't even have a speech ready. How did you know you're gonna win this?
I just saw it on the
So
screen
we
now.
just gave it up for everybody. Division 2 two-way player. Two-way players. Our man,
Yeah.
Matt Kirouac. We got 53 receptions, 599 receiving yards, 13 touchdowns, 11 QB sacks, and 2 passes
You
defended.
know, I put his picture up next to it, but there's a shot of you in the shot right now. So I see 2 of you.
Two of you.
Fantastic.
So you have a speech for us?
Just like to thank my quarterback.
Nobody cares. Moving on. That's it. I mean, that's it.
Moving on.
I mean, we got playoff previews for Division 2. You spoke about it last week with GM. I don't want to reiterate something that's already been done. If you want my take on it, you can read my article. I go in depth, well, somewhat. I give you my opinion. Thank you for tuning in. I mean, that's it for us, right? That was the truth. We got Matt Kirouac. We got Vince. Thank you to Eagle, Mr. IQ himself. And congrats to everybody who won an award. And thank you guys for coming again.